So thank you for watching. Oh, it's a beautiful day in the spring. Spring has just started really. So this is a beautiful moment to start this rune journey and start in the east, start where the sun comes up. So just imagine facing the sun coming up at this time. Because we start off with this rune journey and I'm taking off with the most powerful part of this rune journey. And this is bringing together the runes, folding them together, because this rune journey is inspired by Yngwie Friar. Friar, one of the gods. And so this whole rune journey, it started with a vision of Friar. This is the Rune of Friar, and it's like the gift, the Gebo, the gift of Friar. So the symbol of this rune journey is this, the gift of Friar, the gift of Yngwie Friar. So in this vision I had, it was like Friar visiting me, telling me like in the stories of the Edda, the ship of Friar built by dwarfs, you can fold the boat together and put it in your pocket. And then you can unfold it and it's so big, so all the gods of the Asgard and all their sheep and all their cattle can fit inside. It's as big as you want it to be, and it will always go with a good wind accompanying the ship, and it can go through the water and also fly through the sky. So when you look at the Viking burials, it's often burial sites. Sometimes you see those ships on top of a hill. It's to fly to the sky. Anyway, so now I was told to fold the runes together, like the 24, connect the first with the last. And then you can think about FEHU and Otala, but I was told to work with FEHU and Dagaz in the end. I made this song especially for this, like Otala Dagaz, this combination of these runes, but that is another story. Right now I would like to focus on FEHU. FEHU, and of course Dagaz, and then we're going to bring those runes together to start this journey today. And when you want to go on a journey, you need to row, so I'm sitting in kind of a lotus position. I'm sitting straight, my back is straight, and when I move my hands like this, it's like moving my hands through the water. And it's like connecting with the FEHU and the Dagaz rune. You can visualize those runes in the palms of your hand, like Dagaz and FEHU. You see? So let's talk a little bit about these two runes. FEHU is many times it's explained FEHU as being the rune of the material and of receiving. Well, it's like standing like this, you receive, and you receive from above. But the way I feel FEHU, it is of course the first of the runes, and the first 8 of the 24 runes are connected with Freya, with the goddess. So it's very female as well. But what I feel, and Freya is also one of the Valkyria. So she is connected with death as well. So it's life and death at the same time. And that's what I feel with this rune FEHU. It's about the material and the immaterial at the same time, of bringing this together. So to start the ceremony with the rune FEHU, it's a very powerful way also to connect with the female, also to connect with the unseen, and the seen, you bring it together. That's what ceremony and meditation is about, bringing the seen and the unseen together. FEHU. I made a song especially for FEHU and Freya, and the first 8 runes. So this time I think also this journey will be in the spirit of Odin as well. This is this symbol, you can find it on the door of Valhall when it's your time to enter this beautiful place. Anyway, when it's on the door of Valhall, so it's also a place for you to enter with your spirit eye, and you will meet the gods of the Asgard. So, FEHU, yes, the combination of the material and the immaterial, a beautiful start to start with this voyage. But we're going to combine the FEHU rune, the material, with the Dagaz rune. And the Dagaz rune is the rune of day, and it's the rune, and I always like to picture this rune like the sunrise. I feel like this rune is like this first light of the sun breaking through in the morning. This beautiful promise each day has, you know, it's when you get up in the morning and you are there with the sunrise, you feel this promise of this day is going to be a beautiful day, and you can feel this promise. And we should get up every morning and pray to this sunrise. I know we cannot always do this, but so now we are starting to fold the runes together. So we combine FEHU and Dagaz, and you can make your own picture of how are you going to bring those runes together. I made this one for you, FEHU Dagaz, and I made another one. This is a FEHU in both directions. You see, it's going east and west, or left and right, a more balanced way. It's like a tree as well, tree without roots. Anyway, so, and this is the FEHU facing both directions combined with the Dagaz. But here I have used one of the lines of the FEHU going up, connected with the Dagaz rune, and here I made it on top of the Dagaz rune, the whole FEHU. It's more like a fire. Well, some people say like the FEHU rune is also for the sacred fire, and it's beautiful to think about it this way, because also the fire is like the connection of the material and the immaterial, and FEHU and fire, they start with the same Fe, FIFO, FUM. It's used in fairy tales sometimes, and fairy tales have a really old, strong basic in myth and the ancient connection with spirit. So here we are, FEHU Dagaz. What does this mean? What does this? It's really the start of this journey, and it's the end of course too. FEHU Dagaz. It's like this prayer in the morning, in the spring. So it's a beautiful. It's really the time of year to start this rune journey with FEHU and Dagaz. Dagaz is this. Dagaz is also this bright, this opening of your spirit eye. It's like this breakthrough, like Dagaz, you know, like it's very beautiful. And then so when the first time I said we set sail on this with this rune journey and started rowing, you know, you can really make this rowing movement, you know. How do you really move? You move backwards in a way when you row like this. I've not been rowing for a while. So, but when you make this movement, it's like really you start moving your spirit as well. Okay, so I want you to do this, make these movements, like, but also feel this FEHU Dagaz, FEHU Dagaz. Feel this spirit, feel this movement, feel it in your hands, feel it moving. FEHU Dagas. FEHU Dagas. And invite these powers inside of your life. FEHU Dagas. FEHU Dagas. So the first journey I used this FEHU Dagas as like what we're going to do on this journey. We're going to bring the spirit, like this breakthrough. We're going to have this breakthrough into the material, like having the dagas into this FEHU, because first I thought this FEHU rune is really about the material. There's a bumblebee hanging around, so you can hear all these beautiful birds at the springtime. There's a beautiful magnolia tree above me, and of course there's this this taxus tree behind me, this yew tree behind me. It's a small one here. I've got more yew trees here, but that is, you know, the yew tree anyway is the end of the rune journey. When we fold the runes together, the last two runes on this journey we will fold together is Yera, the year, and also the harvest of the year, and of all that we have received during this journey. That is what we are going towards. And I've taxes the yew tree. The Eivas rune is also about death and life. So that is the real rune of initiation. The yew tree brings initiation. So we are moving towards our initiation of the runes when we do this rune journey. And I think I will make 12 videos of the 24 runes, folding them together, and you might get a little bit of a feeling of the meaning of them. Probably you already have, but this is a creative way of working with the runes, and I think we need to be playful, because there's a huge power in playfulness. You know, there's little kids, little children, they understand this. They still have this connection with spirit. They play, and in this playing they receive so much information, so much wisdom. They learn so much in such a short time, and so there's a lot of power in playfulness, and the educated mind starts to forget things like this. You know, people think you need to have written a lot of books and also have done a lot of study, but it's not about that. Life is not about that. It really is not. It's more like about having time for meditation, having time to listen. You know, I'm here in this beautiful spot, and you can hear the pigeons there. You know, it's like this communication with nature. Well, thank you for watching. This was FEHU Dagas. I showed you all the runes that I've got here in front of me. FEHU Dagas. Tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow, but soon there will be a next video about the next two runes, the one before the last and the second rune. Like it's going to be Urus and Otala. Beautiful combination, very powerful. Anyway, we start in the east, go face east, and welcome this FEHU Dagas. It holds a beautiful promise of new life. Thank you.